welcome back to another episode of Honeysuckle Catering. Today we're making our last stop in our culinary adventure, and we're going to be ending it in New York. We're going to be paying tribute to another famous New York spot, Magnolia's Bakery, and I'm going to show you how to make their famous vanilla cupcakes. Magnolia's Bakery serves up so many whimsical treats like their pumpkin cheesecake, their red velvet cake, their famous cupcakes, and then even bread pudding that's so delicious. Let's get started. You're gonna need 1.5 cups of self-rising flour, 1.25 cup of all-purpose flour, 2 cups of sugar, 4 eggs at room temperature, 1 cup or 2 sticks of unsalted butter at room temperature, a cup of milk at room temperature, and a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Now, if you're wondering where you can get self-rising flour, you can buy them at the store or make it yourself. For every cup of all-purpose flour, you need 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder and half a teaspoon of salt. First, what you're gonna do is combine your flours together. Make sure you sift them well and set aside. Next, in your mixer, take your 2 sticks of butter and beat it well for about 3 minutes on medium-high speed. Now, gradually add in your sugar and beat for an additional 2 minutes until it's nice and creamy. Now, take your 4 eggs and add them in one by one, making sure to incorporate them before each addition. Next, take your 1 teaspoon of vanilla and add it to your milk. Now, what we're going to do is add 1/3 of the flour, and then 1/3 of the milk, and then another 1/3 of the flour, and then another 1/3 of the milk, and finally combine the rest together. Make sure you don't overbeat your batter because doing so will create a tough cupcake, and you don't want that. Now would be a great time to preheat your oven to 350 degrees. While the oven's preheating, now would be a great time to take your cupcake pan and cupcake liner and prep it to be ready to scoop. Fill each cup about 2/3 of the way full. Once you've finished filling the pan, put it in the oven for about 20 to 25 minutes or until your toothpick comes out clean. Magnolia's Bakery has several locations in Manhattan, but my favorite's the one on Bleecker Street. Shopping and food, best of both worlds. Now once you've taken it out of the oven, let it cool for about 15 minutes till it gets to room temperature, and they're ready to frost. To learn how to make the frosting, you have 2 choices. You can either use the Italian meringue buttercream video or the classic American buttercream video. Now let's frost our cupcakes. There's a really cool way that Magnolia's Bakery frosts their cupcake. It's like a swirl. I'm gonna try to show you how. I'm gonna be using an offset spatula, and I'm gonna grab a little bit of the buttercream, swipe it on the side of the bowl, and then re-swipe it so it's like a straight line. Now take your cupcake and just slowly swirl it around and try to drop a little bit of buttercream each time. It looks something like this, kind of like with the swirl in the middle, and then they just top it off with some sprinkles. And there you have it, classic vanilla cupcakes with American buttercream from Magnolia's. It's so delicious. It's nice and fluffy inside. The buttercream balances it perfectly. You're really gonna want to try this for the next birthday or any kind of parties you have. So good. Thank you so much for joining me on this culinary road trip this summer. It's been a blast. If you want to see more recipes and videos in my upcoming series, please subscribe above and also visit my Facebook for more daily updates. And I'll see you soon. Bye!